Welcome back everyone. Today we're in the Giants editor and I'm Jewel, and as you can see we're on the 10.0.4 version of Giants editor for Farming Simulator 25, and I'm on the Jules Peaceful Valley map technically. We named it Good Map when I first made it as I was showing another tutorial, but I have since done some things and put my stuff here. I'm not finished. I'm going to be showing that as we go on the channel, but for now I'm just popping in here for just for the start of the video, and I'm also going to name the map Jules Peaceful Valley, which is what my other one was, and it's the same ground, DEM, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and keep it the Jules Peaceful Valley. So, but right now it's called Good Map, but we should have put the FS25 at the beginning, but I don't usually worry with that because I can always change it. But we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you in this episode how to name the map, not just here, like in the area where you're in the file logs, but where it is in the Moddesc, so that when you go in the game and your opening screen starts going before you get actually in the game fully, the loading screen where it shows uh, the picture you're going to take for your preview for your in-game scenery. uh, It'll show the name of the map, and you want to go ahead and name it. It's best to just do it if you know the name of the map. You don't have to do this step until the end. I mean, it's not mandatory or anything. But we're going to go ahead and do that, and also go in the game and show it. But we'll also show the preview of the picture area. Let's go ahead and go there. So go to wherever you put your map that you're going to be naming, or if you've already created one, like if you watch the tutorial steps that I've been showing, there's one that shows you how to get the mod map, and then just do that, and then come back to this and take it out of that folder that you would have been in, which would have been documents, and then my FS25 mods right here. Then you would take it out of there, and then you would go to my games, double click, Farm Sim 25, double click, then mods, double click, and then you would paste it in here in this blank area. And then in this case, this is the map, and you can go ahead and we could change this name, and I'll go ahead and change this one, and then we'll do underscore, and then I'll just do Jules Peaceful. We can either do it in a full name or we could do underscores. Um, I guess for now, I might change it later, but for now, I'm probably just gonna type it out like this without the underscores, and that is it. So that's the name, and you could go ahead if you want and copy the name so that it's saved in your little copy thing, so that once you go in the XML, you'll have it and you can just paste it in and you don't got to type it again. But anyway, we're going to go ahead, and what you're going to do is double click and open this up, and you'll see these here, and it could be in different spots depending on where you've put it, but typically that's where it is when you open it from a mod map version. And you have a preview, the Moddesc, and the icon. Now the icon and the preview, you could put the same picture if you want. That's what a lot of people do. You could also just paint this a certain color and type the name in, or really it's up to you what you do with the icon or the preview really. But if you want a picture of, say you made your map and you got a beautiful scenery and you got a building or a barn or a house, and you got something in the background that you want to highlight for the game, for the map when you're going in the game, then that's what you're going to take a screenshot of, and that's where you're going to put that right here. And you can do it for this one. This one's usually a different size. If you look at it, it says, if it'll highlight again, 256 by 256, and then I think this one says something else. Yeah, 2048 by 2048. And yours might say something else if it was a different one, because I don't know if I even changed this one, and I might actually have to change this one. Uh, Depending on the size of the map, I'm not sure on that one. You may or may not. have to change that. Probably not, since it's the picture of the main incoming of when you're going in the game. So that should be okay. But what you're going to do is we'll first go ahead and do the Moddesc one. Click on it, right click, and click Edit with Notepad++. Or if you really don't have that, just do it with Notepad. You can, and just go to Open With, and then go Notepad, and just click it. We'll go to Note, and you can get, if you'll look on my channel, you can watch the video way back when. It's on the Giants Editor tutorials. The 180, there's like 188 videos. Go way back. Before, pretty much around when FS19 was out, and then go back that far and you'll see a video telling you how to get the edit Notepad++, Paint.net, and Giants Editor. But I've shown the Giants Editor one since then as well. So then you're going to go ahead and double click this, and you come in here, or you could have just clicked it once. I don't know if I had to double click it. Either way, whichever. And then you come in here and you'll see you have author. Well, it's usually going to show your name that you named your computer right here. So if whatever you want to call your author of the map, which is you can put your real name, you can put a whatever other kind of name. Mine's just got my name, Jewel. And then you can put whatever you want there. It doesn't matter. It's the author, meaning you made the map. Okay, and then you come to the title, and then you right here by the EM, which is English, DE is German. You can click here and left click, hold down, drag over while holding down the left mouse button, let go right here in between the greater and less than sign, and then you're going to type your name of your map, or since we just copied and pasted the name of the map, it says my mod name, which would be our map name. In this case, if you were making a mod or truck or something, you would put that there. You'd call the truck name or whatever you're doing. Okay, so right click and click paste. So now we have that. And this, even though it's a German, we're just going to put our English name there for that one. Okay, and hit paste. So we did that one. Now, once you're finished making your map and you've figured out what the map is kind of about, like if it's a logging map or if it's doing farming or whatever it is, whatever you're trying to say about your map, you would put a description right here and you type it out. It can be a paragraph, it can be whatever. However long you want to make it. It can be short, longer, and just type out, hey, this is the Jules Peaceful Valley map, whatever, whatever, and this and this and this and trees and la la la, whatever you want to write about it. Okay, what you can do, how many fields, whatever you want. Give a description of your map. How many fields, how many this, how many that, whatever. Who helped you? You could, whatever you want to put on there. And then the DE again is German, and if you want to, just translate that, what you just wrote, to and translate, Google Translate, and translate it to German and copy and paste that in there. And then the icon, this is going to call that icon we were just looking at, that we were talking about, you could put a picture on. So that's why that's there. So you leave that like it is. And then down here, the same thing. It's your map name. And what you can do is copy and paste again your name in this spot of the map. Same here. And paste, copy, paste. And in this case, you can leave this is the, and just highlight sample mod map US whatever, and leave the period right there. And you're gonna just right click and click paste if you had copied your name, or just type it out and leave your period. And then on this one, this is again is German, and this one means this, the first word here right there means this or these. This word means is, and this word means the, T-H-E, the. Okay, so leave those, and then just highlight this last part, and then right click and click paste, and it'll say this is in German, and then, or this is the in German, and it'll have your name. And then this is where it calls that preview picture that we're going to look at. And if I already had taken a picture, which I haven't, I could show you, a little bit more, but for now we're not going to be doing that in this video, but I will open it and show you what you can do. Later I'll hopefully show you that whole process. Alright, so now we're going to go back to this area we were in. Oops, I need to go back. I should have saved that. Now go back to it, wherever we were, and you need to hit save because you did all that and you need to save it. Okay, so now that's saved and it'll be there in the game. This right here, Jules Peaceful Valley, will show up written out on the bottom of the screen of the picture that we're fixing to look at in the game. So this picture shows up when loading in the game, and right at the bottom it'll say the map name. Okay, and then this one will be on when you get in there where the mods stuff is. This one will be in there. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start. I guess we'll just open this one, left click on it, right click, and then open with paint.net. And if you've taken a screenshot, then you're going to get that in here and paste it in here. Now, any kind of resizing or whatever, you may have to do some of that. So I don't have a picture ready to go, so I'm not going to do it. But you could go ahead and paint over this right here white, so that click on this little thing here, this paintbrush, click on the white right here, and then make that bigger. You could go, I don't know, say 100 or maybe a little bigger. It just saves you some time. Say 275, and then just left click and get rid of that. And then in this case, we're going to hit save. We would hit save, but we're going to type something out just for an example as well. You can pretend there's a picture here, okay, and say we want to type the name of the map as well. So we're going to left click here, and we can resize that. I don't know how big we should go. We'll just do something like that. I don't know what may be too big. Oh, it's still on white, so we need to flip it to something. We'll go ahead to that for now, and then we'll do Jules. And you could either go straight out, and if you know much about paint.net, there's other things you can do to make it look a little better, but for this example we're not going to go all the way out doing a full paint.net tutorial. But in this case, just pretend you could change the name to, or however you want to do it if you wanted to make it different, but you could put it wherever you needed to. Just don't go over the name where the name's going to pop up, because the name's going to pop up already. So you know, if you had learned how to bend this name, you know, you could curve it at the top, or however you want it to look, right? And we're just going to say it goes up here because we don't have a picture, so we really can't make it look too good without a picture. So now we have the name in there. We could pick a color, so just pick whatever color you want, and then you're ready to go. You can save it and go in the game, and we'll just do something like that. And if you didn't even want to put a picture at all, and you hadn't typed this out yet, you could just go ahead and get the paint bucket and then click here, and it would color the whole page. And then you could click on the T to type out your name, and then you would have at least something there if you didn't really want to do a picture yet or whatever, but you wanted the name to show up, just to show you that you're on a different map when loading in the game. Okay, so now we'll just say that's good. We'll say that's what we did. Pretend there's a picture in the background. Hit save. Okay, and that's good. Now we're going to go back. And again, I'll show the picture later. Like I say, we'll show that later. Alright, and then you're going to left click, right click, open with paint.net. And in this case, you could put the resize a picture to fit that. And then the same picture, most people put the same picture, and then they have the picture in a smaller version, and it shows up in the mod area, and I'll show you that. But if you don't want to do that and you want to paint it, just get the black, click here to get the black one, and do the paint bucket, and then left click, and then go back to the paintbrush, and then of course we already have it really too high, so we need to lower it just a little bit, because we don't want to be too big, but go to about 55, and you can see you can paint this and clean that up, and then come back over here and pick a different color, click the paintbrush and say we want purple or whatever. I'm just going to pick something, and then you click it, and there you go. And Uh, then you're gonna take, if you want, say white, you can click that and it go there, or you can keep changing the colors by doing this. See? So say we go blue, or what should we do? Let's do, how about yellow, since Jules Peaceful Valley and my YouTube thing is yellow. We can't get it perfect, but I'm trying to get it kinda hard to get the best one. Maybe that one. And then we'll go type it out, and we've got to make this smaller. I don't know how big, not that little. Maybe 26. Okay. Jules. Okay, we're going to have to come over here because we didn't change the color again. So we'll pick, we could pick, I say we pick blue. That look the best, I think. Just pick a blue. Lift this up. Hit enter. And you can space down or go back. And then you can type out the next part. Peaceful. And then enter. Valley. And you can space it however you want. You can change that up. You can move this around, make it change, you know, whatever you want it to look like, you know. Let's back this up again. You can scoot that over with the space bar, pull it down, kind of make it like that, or you could push that over just a little more, something like that. You know, whatever you want to do with it, or put the picture there, and then hit save. And that's good. And now we'll go ahead, or you could have put FS25 just to distinguish that that's what map it is. And after you save, now when we go over here, there it is, and you can see both of them. And now once we go in the game, we've got all that changed. Now let's go see. All right. Now you're gonna come to the game and go in the game and load the map. And as long as we saved everything, we should be good to go. Appreciate everybody. Hope you're enjoying all the different tutorials. We'll be doing more soon. Hopefully, I'm trying to get it where I can go on and start doing stuff on my actual map so I can kind of start getting moving here. But I've been trying to just do the basics for the beginners, and I'm getting ready to do some of the other things on my main map. I don't like to do things like 100 times. So I want to do it all on my main map, and that's why I'm waiting a little longer on some of the things so that I can get everything ready. So let's get in here and pick a slot, hit continue, no to the tour, and find our mod map. And make sure you put your thing in the game. Now look, Jules Peaceful Valley. It's because we named it. Now it's not showing, it doesn't look like it's showing one here. So we would have to take care of that, because see, their picture's there. But it might be because they zoomed in. I'd have to look at it. Alright, so now we need to go on in. Well, it should show us another one. Here it is. There's the Jules Peaceful Valley icon. And now once we go in, it should show the other one. I think I may have to go to up. It should be the overview. I may have to go back in and look and see. Let's go on and start though. Alright, it's pushed that out of the top of the screen. So I should have typed it lower. I'm gonna show you what they do. They cut it to the lower end of that screen. So basically, you see it says Jules Peaceful Valley because we typed it in there, but they didn't show the name, but it's there. It's because they didn't put it. We didn't put it low enough. I'd have to put it down. Okay, so that's what the deal is there. And it's not going to show us anything in the game after we get in there, other than the icon, which we just saw, and we're not going to see that again. We shouldn't, because we're already heading into the game. So, as soon as this loads, I can exit. We'll let it go ahead and load. But see, it has the name there, right there. But if we want, I can go back and show you a different screen. I'll show you in just a second when it finishes. Alright, we'll hit start, but we're going to close out of here. We'll just hit confirm. And then that's it. This is just my map. We got stuff we got to tend to. Alright. And so we're going to hit escape. We're going to come over here. We're going to get on out of there. Yes, we want to get out. Alright. So we're going to go ahead to close out of here. There we go. And I'll go and show you the difference. Because it's a way they put it in there. See how high up we were? That's why it didn't show. So let's go ahead, open with paint.net. And we can change this. Now what we're going to do is change the color of the whole thing. Because we want to do that for a reason. So what I want to do is I'm gonna get this and just make this bigger so I can get this done quicker. And get that painted. There we go. Alright. So now we're going to name it lower down here. Okay? And I'm going to show you so that we can tell. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to do something on purpose. I'm going to put letters. I'm going to make it bigger. Let me make it bigger to give an example. I guess that's big enough. Alright, we're going to make a J. Let's make it another color. Let's go yellow. So we're going to do a J, and we're going to put the J up high. Well, I don't know if we should put it in the middle. We'll put it in the middle. And then we're going to come down, hit enter. Then we're going to do E, enter, W, enter. And I'm doing this on purpose to show you when it shows up. Jewel. And then we'll do a S. And then we'll just pretend we're writing it. We're doing it on purpose like this. It don't need to necessarily be done this way, but I'm just doing it so when we look in the game, you can see where it's showing up at what level. And sometimes you can flip this, so you may have to do that in some instances. Alright, so now we've done all those letters. If we want, we can add a color. If there's an E, like if we need another letter or something next to this E to distinguish that it's a different one, E, R, and then E, Y, E, A, just to distinguish the letters that are the same so that we'll know and we'll notice, you know, the difference. Okay, so now we're going to hit save. Alright. And now we're going to go back in to the game. Let me see. No, wait, before we do, I want to double check something. The overview, if you go into Maps, Maps US, there's the overview. Right click, open with, and paint.net. And there is the map border, and it's not enterable, and then the inner map. This is for that it's in the game where you show that. So that one we don't need to mess with right now because we haven't even done anything on the map. But if you finished your map, you can start work on that. It's for the little thing at the bottom where you follow the road, basically. So now we need to go ahead in the game. If I can find the thing. There we go. And get in there and see what it shows. We should be all set now. Appreciate everybody. Hope you are enjoying. We're going to be getting started pretty soon on the Jules Peaceful Valley map. Alright, no tour. There we go. Now you can see where it started from. And look, if I hadn't scooted that over, we wouldn't see it at all. It would have been over here. I scooted that to the center. So it starts at the P. So if I back out of here, you can see we almost got the whole Peaceful in there, but we didn't get Jewel in there at all at the top. So that's where it starts. So let me go back out. Alright, we're going to back out and close. Oh, I don't want to waste time and go in there. And then we're going to go back to where we were here, and we're going to open this again in paint.net, and we'll see it starts here, the dead center, and you can't see none of this. Is all from here, basically right there. All that is in the black. All the top is cut off. Okay, none of that is seen, only from the P down. So right in this area, your picture needs to be at least on that section of the screen, pretty much, because it's not going to be showing it. So whenever you put your picture in there, put it in there in such a way that it orients that way, because we barely got this L in there too. So just try to put your picture in there in that kind of way, and you should be okay. I just wanted to show you because that was the best way to you'd see exactly where it landed. But anyway, that's how you get the name in there, and we're gonna go ahead and call that an episode. We'll just jump back on the map for a minute, but you can see there's the map. We got a lot. I got some other things I got to do in here. I got to change some things with the texture stuff, but hopefully we can get started on this map pretty soon. I'm trying to wait to do some of the videos I've been wanting to do. I'm wanting to do on this map. I don't want to separate it, but we'll see what happens, so we can go on and get started on it. But anyway, I appreciate everybody. I hope you enjoyed. That's going to do it for this one. Please hit that like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.